Good evening once again, Harshita and Nandana.
Good evening, ma'am.
Bhavishya has exams at school, so she's not joining us today. Swati also same reason. Mritika will join us in the next class. She also has some reason for not taking up the class today. So it's only you two in today's class. Yes, we'll see the first answer. So the question is, find the length of each side of a square park whose area is equal to the area of a rectangle of length 40.8 meters and breadth 10.2 meters. So what are the two figures in the question, children? Nandana and Harshita, what are the two figures in the question?
Ma'am, they given the. Ma'am, first they gave a rectangle, ma'am, and then there is a square, ma'am.
Yeah, the two plane figures. The two plane figures mentioned in the question are a rectangle and a square park. The dimensions of which figure is given to you? The dimensions of which figure is given to you?
Ma'am, the rectangle, ma'am.
The dimensions of the rectangle is given to us. The length and the breadth of the rectangle is given to us. With the length and the breadth of the rectangle, can you find the area of the rectangle?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
because
we
the
can.
area of the square is equal to the area of the rectangle.
No. Harshita will not go ahead of me. We'll just try to answer my question. Using the dimensions, the length and breadth of the rectangle, can you find the area of the rectangle?
Yes, ma'am.
How? Using which formula?
Ma'am,
Area of a rectangle is equal to?
Ma'am, area of rectangle equals to area of the square, ma'am.
Area of a rectangle is equal to L into B, correct?
Yes, sorry, ma'am.
Yes, Nandana, area of a rectangle is equal to L into B, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can find the area of the rectangle. And what is the area of the square? Whatever is the area of the rectangle is the area of the square. And with the area of the square, once you find the area of the square, see the area of the square is the same as the area of the rectangle. We can find the area of the rectangle. Whatever is the area of the rectangle is the area of the square. So once you have the area of the square root of area will give you the length of each side of the square. So see here. So see here, children.
Yes, ma'am, I got the same answer, ma'am.
Ma'am,
I wrote only the area of the rectangle.
Okay. So the area of a rectangle is L into B. Length and breadth given to us. So the product is area of the rectangle. Now it's given that the area of the square is equal to the area of the rectangle. That's given to us. So what is the area of the square? Whatever is the area of the rectangle, whatever is the area of the rectangle is the area of the square also. Correct, Nandana? Whatever is the area of the rectangle, yes. Whatever is the area of the rectangle is the area of the square. So now the side of the square is the square root of area. The square root of area. Side of the square is square root of area. And how do you find the square root of this decimal number? We know how to find the square root using the special long division method. And it will be a perfect square. So you can use the long division. It will be a perfect square. It will be a perfect square. Use the long division procedure and find the square root of 416.16. And you can see here 20.4. 20.4. So the length of the length of each side of the square is 20.4 meters. Any questions? All right. So that's how you understand the question, the information given in the question. There are two plane figures, one square and another rectangle. We know the dimensions of the rectangle, length and breadth of the rectangle. So using that, you can find the area of the rectangle. Whatever is the area of the rectangle, the same is the area of the square. So the area of the square is also 416.16 meters square. And we know that the side of the square is given by the formula square root of area. So square root of 416.16. The decimal number, find its square root using the long division procedure. And you see that the square root of 416.16 is 20.4. So the length of each side of the square is 20.4 meters. Isn't it simple, children?
Yes.
Your doubts,
Yes,
if
ma'am.
any, is it clarified?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll let you go to the next one. The area of a square park is 4 hectares. The area of a square park is 4 hectares. Express the area in meter square. What's the area in meter square? Tell me.
Ma'am, 40,000 meters.
Then,
40,000.
40,000 meters square. Because 1 hectare is, I've given you the hint, 1 hectare is 10,000 meters square. So 4 hectares will be 40,000 meters square. Okay. Find the perimeter of the square park in meters. What's the answer? What's the perimeter of the square park in meters? What's the answer?
1,60,000.
1,50,000. Yeah.
Second one, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I got 800 meters square, ma'am.
No, perimeter. So it will not be expressed in meter square. Meters.
Okay, ma'am. I got 800 meter, ma'am.
You got 800. You got 800 meters. And Nandana, your answer?
Ma'am, I got 1,60,000.
No problem. It's okay. See, we're all learning now. Okay. So 800 is right. So Nandana, we'll see where you have a doubt. 1 hectare is 10,000 meters square. So 4 hectares is equal to 4 into 10,000. So 40,000 meters square. This is fine. Both of you got this. Now, that means the area of the square park, the area of the square, see, it's given here. The area of the square park is 4 hectares. The area of the square park is 4 hectares. So the area of the square park is 40,000 meters square. Because they're asking you to find the perimeter in meters. Perimeter cannot be found in hectares because hectare is a unit for area. Hectare is a unit for area, not length. So you cannot find the perimeter in hectares. So area of the square park is 40,000 meters square. So the side of the square park is square root of area, square root of 40,000. You don't have to use the prime factorization method or the long division method. You can directly meaning you can guess the square root of 40,000. The square root of 4 is 2 and the number has 4 zeros. So its square root will have 2 zeros, half the number of zeros. I repeat, 4 followed by 4 zeros. The square root of this number will be the square root of 4 is 2 and the square number has 4 zeros. So its square root will have 2 zeros, half the number of zeros. So 200 meters. Now the perimeter is 4 into side, 4 into 200, which is 800 meters. Yes, Nandana, you can ask me if something is not clear. Please ask me.
No, clear. I didn't
Yeah, kindly work out the correct answer, okay? Please work out the answer. Can we move on to the next one? Yeah. Find the least square number exactly divisible by 10, 15, 24, and 50. What's the answer?
36,000. Ma'am, I
36,000.
got 600, ma'am.
You got 600. Okay. And what is Nandana's answer?
36,000.
36,000. Okay. Nandana says 36,000 and Harshita says 600. Let's see. Okay. So Nandana, just explain the procedure. What did you do with the given numbers?
Ma'am, I did LCM.
Louder?
Ma'am, I did LCM
Okay. So you found the LCM. After that?
for all. After that, I multiplied the numbers, ma'am. 24, 25, and 2, 3. I didn't.
Okay, and you got 36,000. Okay, and what did Harshita do with the numbers?
I took the LCM and multiplied the numbers.
You multiplied the numbers that don't occur in pairs.
I made prime factorization.
Prime factorization. Okay, let's see the correct answer. So one of you said 36,000 and the other said 600. Okay, so this time Nandana is right. I think you have made a mistake in multiplication. It should be 3,600. You got 10 extra. Yes, now Harshita, you have to ask me where you have a doubt.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. I actually didn't multiply a number, ma'am. I left one number, ma'am.
Okay. So 600 into 6, you missed 6. You missed to multiply 6.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that means you found only the LCM.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you did not multiply the LCM by 2 and 3. Okay.
Yes,
This is an important question. Find the least square number. So last class we did this. Harshita, did you take a last class?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we did this in the last class. I told the least number is the LCM. We have to find the least square number. The least number, see, supposing the question was, find the least number exactly divisible by 10, 15, 24, and 50. Then it is the LCM. If this word was not there, the least number is the LCM. This is 5th or 6th standard. Now we are in 8th standard. The question is find the least square number. Find the least, disable your mic, Harshita. The question is find the least square number. So after finding the LCM, what do you observe? The prime factors 2 and 3. The prime factors 2 and 3 do not occur in pairs. The prime factors 2 and 3 do not occur in pairs. You want them to look like 2 square and 3 square. How will they become 2 square and 3 square? Only when you multiply the LCM with another 2 and 3. This is the LCM. This is the LCM, what we got here, the LCM. You need to multiply the LCM by those factors which do not occur in pairs. This is the LCM. This one is the LCM. Now we've multiplied the LCM by 2 and 3. Why 2 and 3? Because 2 and 3, they don't occur in pairs. You want 2 to become 2 square. You want 3 to become 3 square. See, in the next step, 2 becomes 2 square and 3 square. So this is the required number. 3,600 is the required number. Find the product, multiply these numbers and find the product. The product is 3,600. So and you know that 3,600 is a perfect square. It's a square number. Am I audible and clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you all know that 3,600 is a square number. Is a square number because it's a perfect square. What do you mean by a square number? It's a perfect square. And what is the square root of just for you to understand, what is the square root of 3,600? What's the square root of 36?
6 square.
6. 6. No, when I ask you what is the square root of 36, you must say 6. 6. No, see, the problem is children want to go ahead of me. Please answer my question. What does the square root of 36? Say 6. Say 6. Nandana and Harshita, say 6.
6, ma'am.
Yeah. Now the square number has 2 zeros. So how many zeros will the square root have?
2. From 2 zeros. From 2 zeros.
Only 1 zero, half the number of zeros. How do you find the square root of 3,600?
Yes, ma'am. 1 0.
The square root of 36 is 6. And the number has 2 zeros. So its square root will have only 1 zero. I'm trying to say that 3600 is a square number. It is a square number. I'm trying to say that 3600 is a square number. It's the smallest square number because the square root of 3600 is 60. I'm trying to explain that it is a square number because the square root of 3600 is 60. The number has two zeros. The square root will have only one zero. The square root of 36 is 6. What happened, Harshita and Nandana? Is it okay now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I want you to see, I want you both to write the correct answers and share the pictures on WhatsApp with me. All right. Don't make corrections in the incorrect answers you've done. Please work the answers again. Please work the correct answers again, because only then the purpose of a test is, completed. The purpose of a test is to make students recall what they have understood, to analyze, to judge if children have, revised whatever concepts have been learned in the classroom, if children have revised well, and if they are able to retain the concepts. That is the purpose of a test. And once you complete the test, incorrect answers must be corrected. Only then it is complete. If you just leave it like that, retention is not happening. You're not, practicing to retain the correct answer. So you may do the same mistake in the exam. And don't postpone. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it day after. Don't procrastinate. Do it now after the class. Maybe you can finish your dinner and finish it. Half an hour's work this is. Finish it off. And both of you, please share the correct pictures of the correct answers with me on WhatsApp. All right?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. What's the next answer?
Well, next one I got
Rupees 133.
Ma'am, 133. Ma'am, the number of students in the class is also equal to 133, ma'am.
We should find the square root.
Yes, ma'am.
The answer for the first subdivision is 133. What about the answer for the second subdivision?
Ma'am, 133, ma'am.
133. And Harshita, you found the square root of 17,689 using which method? Long division or prime?
Long division, ma'am.
Long division.
Yes, ma'am.
Nandana, what is your answer?
Ma'am, need to long this.
Long division. What's the square root?
Ma'am, 133.
133, ma'am.
Okay, read out your steps, Nandana. Now, tell me the numbers you got here fast. 1 minute, sorry. Yeah, Nandana. Tell me 17689. How did you group the numbers?
Ma'am, 2, 2.
Yeah, so 17 makes a pair. Huh?
1. No, ma'am. 89, 76, 1.
Okay. Then what are the numbers you got on the side here? What are the numbers you got on the side here?
And I got 1.
Okay, then next step.
2.
No, I'm not able to hear you clearly. Harshita, can you continue?
Ma'am, after it, we have 76, ma'am. We'll take down 76, ma'am. 76 is divisible by 23, ma'am. So yeah, and there in the top we have to put 3, ma'am, and 1 and 3, ma'am. 13. Ma'am, because we do 1 into 1 equals to 1, ma'am. So we have to put 1, ma'am, and then we have to bring down 76, ma'am. Ma'am, 76 equals to 23 into 3, ma'am. So we have to put 23, and then at the top 3, ma'am, and then My reminder for that is 7, ma'am. After that, I take down 89, ma'am. And 89 is 2, ma'am. As we should multiply 3 by 2, we get 26, ma'am. And then 263 into 3 equals to 789, ma'am.
Very good. Oh,
Thank you, ma'am.
yeah, correct. So we simply have to find the square root of the given number using any method. So you can use a long division method. You can use any method here, but the long division method will be more convenient. So use a long division method, find the square root, it's 133. So the answer for the first subdivision is 133. The answer for the second subdivision is also 133. So number of students in the class, 133 students. And the money contributed by each student is rupees 133. Rupees 133. So I think both of you got this one. Yeah, very important question. See, very important meaning the knowledge, the concept around this question is important. You may not get this in your test or exam, but it's important when we talk about the syllabus of 8th standard, this question is very important. From the figure, calculate AB. What's the length of the line segment AB?
Ma'am, for me, I got 2.24, ma'am.
32 point.
Ma'am, no, 2.24, ma'am.
2.34. Okay, 2.3.
2.24, ma'am. 2.24.
Okay, sorry. 2.24. Okay, 2.24. Yeah, read out your step. What's your answer, Nandana? What is the length of AB? Nandana?
Ma'am,
Yeah, Nandana, what's your answer?
I got 2.24.
Is somebody distracting you?
No.
Okay, no. You've been turning to your left side for a long time. Okay. Okay, tell me, Nandana, have you shared that answer on WhatsApp, Nandana? The answer for the fifth one, is it there on WhatsApp? Yeah, I can see something. Checking. Where's the long division method? You've directly, I can't see the calculation. The square root AB is equal to, you've written square root of some number, but where is the working for that, Nandana? And you've written directly AB square plus something is equal to something. No, your steps are not clear. Meaning you must provide more steps. You cannot calculate them mentally. You will need some steps to calculate them, and I don't see the necessary steps. Harshita? Yeah, your answer?
Ma'am.
Yeah, read out your steps.
Ma'am, hypotenuse equals to opposite plus adjacent, ma'am. For hypotenuse, they already gave 4.24, ma'am. I know it because it is the longest side, ma'am. And it is equal to opposite. They didn't give the opposite, ma'am. Which is AB, ma'am. And then it is plus 3.6, ma'am. So opposite equals to 4.24 minus 3.6 square, ma'am. The square root of 4.24 is 17.9776, ma'am. It is subtracted from 12.96, ma'am, which is the square root of 3.6, ma'am. And then after we subtract the square root of both the opposite and adjacent, we get 5.0176, ma'am. And I took its square root, ma'am, and the square root of 5.0176 is 2.24, ma'am. So we can conclude that opposite opposite equals to 2.24, ma'am.
Okay, sounds good, but just that you forgot to say square. Okay, so
Sorry.
yeah, you with okay. So you mentioned 4.24. You forgot to say the square of 4.24. Okay, so you're right. So by Pythagoras theorem, AB square. See, it's right to it is correct to say opposite adjacent, but the triangle is named. So I think you must learn to see. You can use opposite adjacent when in the exam you have a triangle which is not named. Then you will call this the hypotenuse, you'll call this the opposite side, this one, the adjacency. Different teachers use different terms, some will say this is the hypotenuse, this is the perpendicular, and this is the base. So see, I think you can use all these terms if I'll repeat. See, now you use the terms Nandana, sorry, not Nandana, Harshita, you use the terms hypotenuse, that's fine. And you call this the adjacent and you call this the opposite. I'm not saying it's wrong. Okay, but and then there are schools
Ma'am,
where
but
we
I
learn.
wrote AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square.
Very good. Yeah. So I'll tell you why. I'll tell you my justification for that. And we say perpendicular. This one is the perpendicular and this one is the base. This is fine. I'm not saying it's incorrect, but I'm saying we should learn to write it this way. Which way? When the triangle is named. So all those terms, opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse, you can use when the triangle is not named. See, it's not named. Now, how will you refer to this side? So you call this the base. How will you refer to this side? So you call it the perpendicular. And this one, the hypotenuse, because it's not named. So you're going to write perpendicular square plus base square is equal to hypotenuse square. Or, you're going to write opposite square plus adjacent square is equal to hypotenuse square. See, you can use all this when the triangle is not named. Here we have your triangle is named. It's called ABC. So please use the names of the sides of the triangle. So say AB squared plus BC squared is equal to AC squared. See, this is the square on the hypotenuse. That should be written, separately on one side, the LHS or RHS. So AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. By Pythagoras theorem. By Pythagoras theorem. Okay, what is the area of the, I'll show you the answer slide. What is the area of the triangle, ABC, children?
For me, I got 4.064, ma'am.
So it is half into?
Ma'am, it is 2 divided by height into base.
Ma'am, I got 8.0.
Ma'am, I wrote height into base divided by 2, ma'am.
Where do you get about this formula? Side into base divided by 2?
Ma'am?
From where did you get this formula? Side into base divided by 2?
Ma'am, why, ma'am? Is it wrong, ma'am?
I have not heard this earlier. Side into base divided by 2.
Ma'am, no, height, ma'am. I said height.
Height into base divided by 2. Okay. Height into base divided by 2. All right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. Okay. Then what's the perimeter?
Perimeter alone, I didn't have time to do, ma'am.
You didn't have time. All right. Okay. Looks right. Nandana is partly right with the square root. We'll just see. So you have in your working, Nandana, I don't see all this directly. I'm talking to Nandana. Are you listening? So you have, you have written something here, and meaning this step, and I don't think you have 776 also. So you have AB square is 5.01. I don't know how you got it without these steps. Okay. So see, children, this is how you have to present it in right triangle ABC by Pythagoras theorem. in right triangle ABC by Pythagoras theorem, AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Then substitute. AB square is what? AB is what we have to find. BC square is 3.6 square and AC square is 4.24 squared. Then this is 3.6 square and this is 4.24 the whole square. Sorry, 4.24 squared. And then, you know, to find AB square, you have to transpose this. Take this to the other side. So AB square, the difference of these two numbers is 5.0176 and AB is equal to square. AB square is 5.0176. So AB is equal to the square root of 5.0176. And you can see the long division I've, worked here. So when you use the long division method, always use a long division method when it is a decimal number. When you have to find the square root of a decimal number, use a long division method. So 2.24. So AB is equal to 2.24. And the formula to find the area of a right triangle is half product of legs. Half product of legs. The legs are AB and BC. This is the hypotenuse. Are you all listening? Are you both listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you there, Harshita?
Ma'am.
So these two are the legs of a right triangle. This is one leg, this is the other leg. So half product of legs, half AB into BC. So AB we found 2.24 into BC is 3.6. So this is just, multiplying and dividing. You can cancel. See here, 2 ones are 2. 2 ones are 2. Point ones are 2. 2s are 4. You can simplify like this, or you can simplify 2 and 3.6 also. Both the numbers are divisible by 2. You can simplify 3.6 also. 2 ones are 2, 1 is a remainder, 8s are 16. Simplify and then multiply these two numbers. Multiply these two numbers. The product is 4.032 meters squared. This is the area. And how do we find the perimeter? Perimeter is just the sum of the three sides of the triangle. It's the length of the boundary of the closed figure. Perimeter is the length of the boundary of the closed figure. Perimeter is the length of the boundary of the closed figure. So simply, now a triangle has three sides. Find the sum of the three sides of the triangle, and that will be the perimeter. So 2.24 plus 3.6 plus 4.24. But you need to write this also. Perimeter of triangle ABC is equal to the sum of the sides AB plus BC plus AC, which is 10.08. All right, children? Please ask me your questions, Nandana and Harshita.
No doubts, ma'am. All clear, ma'am.
No doubts.
Is it fine, Nandana?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, I'll just show you all the answers or take a screenshot from the beginning. Take a picture, children.
Ma'am, this alone can I submit it tomorrow, ma'am? I have so much homework to do, ma'am. That one question alone, ma'am. Only
Okay,
one
fine.
question.
Yeah, do it, give it to me. Yeah, please take a screenshot so that you can, got the correct answer. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, Harshita and Nandana, that's it for today's session. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night,
Thank you.
ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Benton.
Thank you. Good night.